Hello, my friends, and welcome to the last day of your sneak peek into the biggest update ever coming to Dabble, because Dabble 3.0 launches tomorrow. But tomorrow can feel like a long ways away. So today I want to share some new features that I am just so stinking excited for, and I hope you will be too, because with these new features, we're making sure that you don't have to deal with any of those products like Google Docs or Microsoft Word to take your story idea to first draft to final publish ready draft. But before we get too deep into it, make sure wherever you're watching from, you are subscribed, because we have a whole ton of new content coming after the launch tomorrow. Stuff that will help you become a better writer, stuff that will help you get familiar with Dabble 3.0, and honestly, just a fun time. And we need more of those, don't we? And if you aren't already a dabbler, it is a great time to get started on your free trial, because you will be right in line with everyone else who uses the world's best novel writing tool tomorrow when that update launches. And if you're interested in starting that trial, you can use the link down below me to get started. Now, let's talk about these features that I am just pumped for. First up, there's a whole suite of new and enhanced revision features inside Dabble 3.0. Some of them will be familiar. Sticky notes, leaving comments, highlighting, these things you'll recognize. But we've completely overhauled the comment system. Now you have a dedicated comment history pane on the right and much easier navigation through comments left throughout your manuscript, either by you or someone else. And in that comment history, you'll be able to see which comments are active and which ones have been resolved, and clicking on them brings you right to them so you can see what the heck they're talking about. Now, I teased this all the way back on day one of these reveals, but at the top of the project, above where you're writing, you'll find the new track changes. And this is one of the things I am just over the moon about. Track changes are a completely new feature to Dabble 3.0, and as a professional editor, they are a welcomed addition. Now, these track changes have been designed to feel as comfortable and familiar as possible if you've used track changes in Microsoft Word or suggestions in Google Docs. There are multiple different views for track changes, whether that's an original document without them, suggestions inline that show what it's replacing, or what the suggestions look like when the replaced stuff has been removed. Navigating track changes is super simple as well. We have a navigation bar that pops up to the right of your manuscript, so you can use the arrows to navigate between them. It'll also show you a counter of how many track changes there are, so you know what the work is ahead of you. Track changes can be super helpful whether you incorporate them into your own writing process, so you know exactly what it is you're replacing and if that replacement is actually better, or when you're working with someone like a story coach or an editor. And it's just another reason that Dabble 3.0 is the perfect place to revise and polish your novel. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video where we talked about inviting writing groups and beta readers to check out your work, I suggest you go check it out, because we're expanding on that and visiting the last of the review copies option, and that is inviting editors. Now, working with an editor on your manuscript is one of the most valuable and educational experiences you can have. And that extends to all types of editors, right? Developmental editors, line editors, copy editors, sensitivity readers, manuscript critiques. All of those are super valuable to the writing process. And like I said yesterday, you can't write the best version of your book without external feedback, and editors help with that. But I hated having to export my Dabble project to something like a Microsoft Word document, to email it to an editor, to get them to do track changes on there, to bring it back, accept all the changes, and then bring it back into Dabble. That's just a heck of a lot of work for no reward other than the editor's work. So let's bring the editor into your manuscript. Just like the other versions, it creates that separate copy for that editor. You invite them, you include the message that you want to include, and you choose the scope of what they have access to. They do not get access to your live copy, to your main version of your story, but rather that separate version just for them. And they have the ability to use track changes on that version to suggest changes within the manuscript itself, and they can leave comments as well. And then the hardest part is just waiting while they work their magic. Once they've indicated that they're done, you'll have access to all the work that they did to make your manuscript the best it can be. Then you'll open up that review copy and you'll go in and use the new track changes in Dabble to accept or reject the suggestions that they've made, respond to any comments that they've left, and make those changes based on those comments. This is the important part. Changes only get made when you say so. So even though the editor has gone through their review copy and made suggestions and made those comments, they only get brought into your manuscript when you say so. Now, if you've worked with an editor or you are an editor, you know that these professionals have their own systems. And so maybe not every editor will want to work within Dabble. That's why we've made it so seamless. That's why we've made it so similar to other products out there that they are familiar with. It's set up so that an editor can join and start editing, start doing their work within seconds of loading up your Dabble manuscript. And just like other review copies, editors don't need to be a paying Dabble customer in order to work with you. They'll just need to make a free account and they get their own Dabble dashboard that will house all the different manuscripts that they've been given access to. If anything, that makes it simpler for them to manage their Dabble customers all in one place in a layout that is honestly so much better than Word or Docs. With these new features, you can take your idea and turn it into a publish-ready draft without the pain of exporting it, without the worry of missing information when you try to incorporate comments and changes back into your project, just without all the extra hassle. This is a lifesaver for anyone who's working on a series, a grand world, or someone who just wants to write their best book. It's been a heck of a week. We have covered so many new and improved features coming in 3.0, and between you and I haven't even covered all of them. There is so much coming in this biggest update ever. There are so many enhanced features coming your way, all without ruining that key Dabble experience, that ease of use, that intuitiveness. Listen, I was a dabbler before I ever started working with Dabble. So when I say it's the greatest novel writing tool on the planet, I'm not just saying it. I truly believe it. And I cannot wait for you to get access to it. Like I said before, make sure you're subscribed so you get all that new content that's coming your way after 3.0 launches tomorrow. And if you aren't a dabbler yet, make sure you start that trial so that you can test out 3.0 for 14 days, no strings attached, no credit card required. Just click the link in the description or head on over to dabblewriter.com. My friends, it has been a fantastic week getting to share these sneak peeks with you, but tomorrow is launch day. Dabble 3.0 lands tomorrow and you get access to it. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for, or if you're watching this after 3.0 is launched, let me know what you're using most. Happy writing, my friends. I'll talk to you later.